All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
Too many channels. And we are here for another Cricket Tuesday reaction.
Kind of.
How dare you? How dare you? And what are we looking at today, Mr. Gabe?
We are checking out a Breakfast with Champions episode on Dinesh Karthik. And I'm actually excited to check this out, Nick, because, here's the thing. When we first started watching cricket, Dinesh Karthik was absolutely terrible, bro. And people kept telling us, listen, DK's the man, etc., etc. And I was like, we don't see it. We can only react to what we know. But everybody goes through struggles, obviously. And he went through struggles, and now he's come out of it, and he's the DK of old. And I think it just, again, lends back to both our, at least my thesis, that captaincy just wears on people, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see that the amount of stress that the captains in the IPL and in cricket in general go through. And now that he's not captain and he doesn't have to worry about anything, he just goes out and produces. He's become Mr. Not Out, because my man is normally not out.
Yeah. This last match was a little tough. He went out for a duck on 3 balls. But absolutely, I mean, he got like 223 runs or something like that last year, 169 the year before that, and he's already over 200 this year. It's a completely different year for him, and it's so good to see because we would get trashed every time we would trash him because what we saw was not very good. And they say, you don't understand. Now we finally get to see it. We finally understand. And I'm quickly becoming a fan. It doesn't hurt that he's part of the RCB squad, and I root for that squad anyways. But I'm excited for this video. It came out about 3 or 4 years ago. It does feature Rohit Sharma, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure how long. But someone just recently told me like the tragic tale of DK, where basically like everything was going great. He was on the Indian side. He was this or that. And his wife had an affair with another player on his team. Okay.
Wow, that's bananas.
And not only that, but as he started to go down, like, mentally, emotionally, playing wise, this guy started to rise up. He was made like the captain of, I think, the IPL squad or maybe the local club. I can't exactly sure what. This guy was like firing all cylinders. Everything seemed to be going right for him before he started to come down to earth. But, I mean, this guy really had it. I mean, he was depressed. I heard he, like, gained some weight. He grew out the beard, all this stuff. And then some guy came to help him out. And then he brought his current wife with him, who is a squash player or something like that. And they started to train together, and they formed a bond and fell in love. But I'm curious if he's going to dive into that because that's some dark material right there.
Dude, athletes are people, bro. And that's what people don't understand. Yeah. Like, listen, they go through the same trials and tribulations everybody does. And I think for a man, there's no more pain, like emotional pain there can be than an unfaithful wife. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, that's just, you know what I mean? I'm sure for women it's the same, but it's something that is distraught. And it's not funny, but we've actually heard about this several times with different athletes, whether it's baseball, basketball, that, this kind of stuff happens. And at first I'm like, yo, that's the person that would do that, you're a scumbag, bro. Because that's, we're teammates, right? We're supposed to be out here battling or whatever. So you're a scumbag. Right. But dude, I'm so interested. I'm a bigger fan, even a bigger fan now. I just want to jump into this thing right now, brother.
All right, let's check it out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you always sticking around, those who have already liked and subscribed. And let's check this out in 3, 2, 1.
Sam, कितना झूठ बोला कितना सच बोला
इसने
awesome hat.
ये बेसिकली बड़ा नर्वस हो गया था कि कह रहा था कि सबने इतनी स्टोरी सुनाई है शो पे, मेरे को कोई स्टोरी याद ही नहीं रहती, कहता मैं भूल जाता हूँ स्टोरी।
इसके पास सबसे ज्यादा स्टोरी है क्या यार डीजे
Sean wearing the backpack just walking around chilling.
मैंने कहा थोड़ा नर्वस लग रहा है शो शूट करने के लिए।
आखिर इधर 1-1.5 घंटा तो हो गया होगा, 1-1.5 घंटा तो बात ही तो कर रहा था।
हाँ, मैंने तो बोला ही नहीं, मैं 3 दोस्त से 2 ऑमलेट खा गया इतने टाइम में।
It's funny that he was just there for 3 seconds.
In this show, we have to plan nothing. It just all happens. Just happens. we go get some breakfast? 8:35 a.m. Make him a 6-egg white omelette with
4 egg, egg white. You can put everything, little cheese. Cheese and bacon is fine.
Make me the same also, but with lots of chili.
Where's the please at, Mr. Gaurav?
I'm gonna have cereal. Cereal's too sweet.
I love cereal.
I'm gonna get some fruit.
Got some skills there. I didn't know you can do that on a phone. That's hilarious.
You know something? I put watermelon in my cereal with the milk. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but I really like it.
Watermelon.
He needs to edit some of our videos.
Weird.
Milk.
Yeah. Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
believe me,
No. I'm along with your wife only.
It's delicious. Look who's come.
Oh.
क्या चल?
Live चल रहा है?
Live थोड़ी ना।
NDTV में live चल रहा है. ए शर्मा.
What's up?
मैं करता हूँ चल दो करता हूँ. दो क्या?
2 करोड़. 2 करोड़.
ए क्या? 2 भेज मेरे लिए भी.
पप्पा को बोल के 2 बेटी भेजना पड़ेगा.
King है.
He's a typical, what they call a Bombaya, no? When he starts talking in Hindi, typical Bombaya.
Me and him have the funniest conversations with people. So basically we abuse each other, okay? So we abuse each other like the choicest of
Such
abuses.
बोल रहा है वो, such.
I hope you know what our man did, huh? He's come to Delhi. He's just chill. He's come to Delhi. Sam, बोलूँगा ना?
Of course, the passport story, everyone
नहीं
has
बहुत
told.
funny है थोड़ा हंसना भी चाहिए लोग देख ले अबे मैं क्या जॉनी लीवर हूँ क्या हंसाने के लिए तू आजा मेरे साथ फिर मैं हंसाऊंगा सबको
I love this table tennis happening.
So basically our man has come now we're going to England now in a few hours last night as our reporting
Let
our
me
man
guess.
is coolly come passport is forgotten
In Bombay. So someone got it this morning.
morning and that's why he's awake at this time of the day there is no chance. But only thing to be fair to him, I'm also a lot like him. So I empathize. Like when
You
people,
forget stuff.
Oh my God. I'm very lost. You know, that's one of the things I want to change about myself. Suppose you're talking to me. I'll just get lost and it comes out as very rude, you know, at times. Like you're talking to me and I'm just thinking something and I'm messaging. A lot of times I've switched on the phone, I wanted to do something, but once I get on it, I forgot what I started it from. You'll realize how bad I am by the time you feel I don't know why I shot with you. I promise you, my memory is that bad.
Make stuff up. Who was there? Nobody knew. Nobody's there to ratify.
It's not me to do something like that. I want to be myself, which is funny actually, but because my memory is so bad, no.
So here's my point.
Worried.
If you were to make stuff up and you were to watch it later, your memory is so bad you don't even remember whether you made it up or whether it was true.
Not like I have short-term memory loss or something. Did I do that interview type? No.
Who is your best buddy in the team?
That's a very difficult question to answer, yeah. Because
I don't ask easy questions, man.
That's true. No, fair enough. But look, without sounding diplomatic or I'm trying,
Just whoever you enjoy with.
Look, I spend a lot of time with Hardik and Kale.
It's like you and Hardik is like such an unlikely friendship, right? Completely different. Champ has come. Episodes are merging. Hello. Another friend. Hardik, you have any funny story of Hardik to tell?
You know, the first time we played together in a team was in Champions Trophy. Like last year when we lost to Pakistan in the final, that Champions Trophy. So, you know, he's observing me initially when we just we're traveling from Bombay and he's just looking at me and a little bit. He didn't talk hello, hi, and just the usual Hardik and all that. I was myself, yeah. I was just relaxed, I was just chilling, laughing and all that. So one day I was just gymming, he comes to me like, you're not that bad a guy. He's like, no, everybody said you're a horrible guy, but, you know, I think you're a decent guy. And that's how it all started from there. Then I go with our man right here, as we are talking, who's disturbing me, Rohit. I go out with him. Quite a bit. Then in the team, there is Basu, the trainer, who is like very, very close to me, like literally like an elder brother type to me. And over this short period that I've, been here, I've developed a tremendous bonding with Sridhar, our fielding coach, you know. So, and he's a lot like me in the sense he likes to just walk, go have a coffee quietly. Like when we tour abroad now, go have a coffee. And so when I go with Sridhar and all that, I end up, having a lot of conversation, not about cricket. And
I love the sledging that's happening.
Yeah, he goes after me. Yeah.
Sledging, huh? Full
As
sledging.
I told you, so when we are together and we are chatting, we use the choicest of abuse, okay? That too, this proper Bombay type abuse he'll give me. I will just retaliate and people will just look like, what is wrong with these two types?
You're such a good boy. I can't imagine you giving a gali.
No. With Rohit, it just comes out and with the flow it comes. I just... if I corner him at any point of time with whatever I say, he'll say, hey, hyper mat ho ja, relax ho ja. He'll say, hey, kya re tu, thoda hyper mat ho ja. That's what he says.
तीन बारी रन आउट किया उसको इस
तुझे? ए क्या रे शर्मा?
2 पेटी कैंसिल इसका 2 पेटी कैंसिल 2 पेटी कैंसिल हो गया
अरे I hope you know the first time ever he walked onto a cricket field I was standing at the other end with him first time ever on a cricket field in Ireland just where we are going right now that is the truth look as much as he hates me and all that I'm sure he loves me also his first ever international 50 was with my bat I am very proud of that I'm very proud of that
with your bat
yeah I was batting with it I thought what a shit bat I'm like Rohit he's like kya ye bat acha nahi hai I said nahi re he's like de so I gave it to him that guy also you got to give him credit he just walked in straight with that just straight and he went in South Africa that World Cup and he did play an amazing innings no credit to my bat obviously the batsman but still I remember all those kind of things these kind of things mean a lot to me
yeah
small things where somebody uses my equipment and does well and it's happened quite a bit. I think I've been lucky that way. Like I've given bats to, obviously Tamil Nadu players and all this happened.
Yeah.
I've had random people, one of the randomest people who come and said, Bhaiya, what a bat you have is Unmukh Chand. So, I had given my bat to one boy called Aparjit Baba. That bugger I don't think liked the bat, but just because I'd given it, he had kept it. Then I think Unmukh, he'd asked Apar, can you give me a bat? Or I think this guy gave this bat. I think in the final that Unmukh played with, Unmukh scored some 100 plus or something and they won the final.
I think I've got a good business opportunity for you.
What is that?
Bat manufacturer. But you can't give them away then. You have to take money. We can also take the money after. I like how I've added myself into this business plan. We take the money after the runs are scored. If you score 100, you give 100,000. You score a double 100.
Creativity.
There you go. Business plan out of nothing. Right? So technically you're still giving the bat away. Later they're just giving you a Guru Dakshina. And I think Guru Dakshinas are tax deductible.
No GST on it.
What did you do to Saurav Ganguly?
That's a funny story. Yeah. Funny meaning embarrassing story.
It is really good. See, creative. We have creative input coming.
He knows all the stories. I've told him one by one whenever I remember. He knows quite a bit.
Chota. I like how he said Chota tha main.
So this was in 2004. We got Champions Trophy. Dada was captain. Look, I was 18, 19 years old.
Man, I
so
didn't think he was that old. He's young.
Match was against Pakistan.
Young looking.
Whoever wins was through. We got all out for less than 200. They're bowling. Match is going decent. 60 for 2,
Great
60
genes.
for 3. From there, they have a partnership.
Yeah.
Yusuf Yohana and Inzamam al-Haq. Take it to about 120, 130. Then, bang, 1 wicket falls. So here I am. As a substitute, 1 wicket falls. You take the water and go. So they're standing. That time Dada started this huddle. So the huddle is like this. So let it be like this itself. So I've come running, okay, with 12 bottles of water. And the match is serious, tense. The most important wicket has fallen. Now they get a wicket, the game is on. This is Ganguly, the spoon. I've walked. I know I have to stop. I've stopped. The grass doesn't allow me to stop here. And I'm not able to break. So I've just gone bang into him like this, okay, on his backside. And he goes 2-3 steps. And Dada turns at me. Hey, ऐसा लोग को किधर से लाते रे? कौन है रे? But I think I got away because I was very young and they named me after that. They named me Chota Chica.
You grew up. You did a lot of growing up in Kuwait as well, right?
Yes.
And was there cricket in Kuwait?
So there's a huge population of Indians and Pakistanis and Bangladeshis and all. So they used to play cricket against each other and all that.
Pakistan और बांग्लादेश कहीं पे इकट्ठा हो जाए तो फिर तो क्रिकेट खेलना ही है.
Definitely. And proper crowd, huh? There used to be proper crowd. Like, proper meaning like 1,000, 2,000 people.
Wow.
That's massive in Kuwait. To come and watch these matches, like under 16, under 19 and all that. That rivalry was there, yeah. It's crazy that very passionate, both the countries like that. I also used to go with my dad when I was young and watch matches and all. My dad always used to make it a habit to take me for matches and all that.
So talking about dads, you had met my dad once when we met in Chennai many years ago. And my dad grew up in Calcutta. So after he became KKR captain, he anyway is extremely fond of you. Always says, very nice boy, right? And after you became KKR captain, then that's like his team, his city. So double fond of you. So he sent one little gift. He said, every proper Bengali needs to have proper mishti doi. Right? By the way, I came here and then after that he said it's lying at home. So I sent someone for it on my sponsor's motorcycle.
Ooh, nice little ad there, little plug.
Right in the middle of the video, gotta love it.
Very subtle.
Thank you, uncle. Very sweet.
Is that like a dessert?
Very sweet, you know, after you eat it.
He is very sweet.
I don't know.
Man, that's good. Wow. Oh. I want to congratulate you though. I want to tell you, I told you this the other day in Bangalore as well. Didn't you guys hear a lot that you were the underdogs or the team hadn't picked well? What was the thinking before going into the season with the entire management?
Look, initially I think everybody had little doubts because we were the smallest squad as well. Stark not coming, we had 18.
And some under 19 guys as well. So, yeah.
So we had a lot of debutants this year. You know, Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, Shivam Mavi. I mean, look, if we did well, great. If we don't do well, it would have been like, oh, you know what, a lot of young guys and all that. But having said that, we also had a good core group of international players who are superstars. In the sense, they were match winners. You know, take Lynn, Nareen, Russell, like quality. If you take the Indians, there was Robin Uthappa, Piyush Chawla. To be fair, Nitish Rana has had a good season with Mumbai Indians. So, we had skill. The one thing that is there in KKR is good amount of skill. And I was a new captain. I mean, look, that franchise has had a fabulous captain. Gautam Gambhir had done a tremendous job, consistently. Out of the 7 years that he captained, I think 5 times he's taken the team to the knockouts. And twice they won it. And once I think they were finalists.
How many kisses did you get from Shah Rukh in the season?
That's where I missed him, yeah. Poor guy, he went off to America for shooting. Otherwise, he would have given me a lot, I think. We qualified also.
Yeah, because he does that. He'll hug and he's super warm, he's super friendly.
Unbelievable. He's a great owner to have. We have a great CEO as well. Jay Mehta, terrific guy. I mean, look, that team is very nice. It's a great team to be a part
Eden
of.
Gardens?
Doesn't get better. 60,000 people every
60
game.
grand?
Every game.
Wow.
That was brilliant. I mean, look, we are really indebted to
60,000
them. Like,
people.
that way, great atmosphere to play in, proper crowd.
Wow.
You're too good a boy, no? You don't sledge anybody ever.
I used to when I was young, but I just realized that you have to do what suits you and what helps you be the best cricketer you can be on that day. I realized that sledging, didn't help. So, I stopped it after a period of time. I've tried it. I used to get angry and say something, but I just realized that it didn't bring the best out of me. Whenever I've done that, I kind of didn't enjoy it and all that. So I left it.
In the last few years, I've noticed the hyper, the angry, all that is reduced a lot. You become like this. What's happened? What's this DK 2.0 in your mind?
2 things. Obviously, after I got married to Deepika and all things kind of got better in my life.
Yeah.
And also after meeting Abhishek Nair, obviously, we shared a lot, we spoke a lot, we discussed a lot, and then we kind of set a process in place over a period of time.
He almost did like a mental boot camp for you, right?
Yeah.
But how did it reach that?
I was a little lost. Look, my whole ambition is to be playing for India and do well for playing for India. And I kind of reached a point where I doubted whether I could play again. So I knew that Abhishek, had helped Rohit. Obviously, then he kind of, he did it in his own way. He would never tell me what we're going to do on a certain day and all that. He lives in a place called Powai. Yeah. He always claims it to be like the New York of India. I'm coming from Chennai nicely in one nice house and I'm just, a lot of space and all that. Then I go to Powai and I'm going to his house, small room,
So when you're saying it's a small room, it was probably a 10 by 10 room, huh? You're saying by Chennai standards it was a small room.
Yeah. It was a...
Isn't 10 by 10 is a palace for us in Bombay? Yeah?
So, yeah, I mean, true. But for me, it was a shock, yeah. Shribai
is here.
So then, then he made me run one day, swim one day, do this one day, do that one day and all that. There's no cricket. I'm a swimmer, but not like a proper 40-lap swimmer and all. I can do 1 or 2 laps. In that, I'll be dead. He said, do 40 laps. I just looked at 40 laps. And that too, it's a big pool. And the Rita Nandani, it's a massive pool there. First, when I started, I felt 40. About 5, 6, 7, I'm like 33 more to go. Where I'll go? Slowly, I go 18, 20, 22. But I finished 40. Well, good after it. The good thing about him is he just sits. He sits and he watches, observes. I don't know what he sees. Only you have to ask him that. But he sits, watches. He sits through the whole process. It's not like he'll be on the phone and he'll be doing something. He sits through the whole process. He's watching you. One day he took me up the hill here. Which is running. He said, till today, nobody has gone running up all the way till the place I've said. You try. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30. It's going on up, 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes uphill. I finished running and again, that was a small victory for me. Like this, he made me do small things. Suddenly one day, he'll just, in his house, I'll be sitting there watching TV, like, come, do burpees, do push-ups, do pull-ups. But the one thing I did do properly was surrender to him. Like, whatever he said, I didn't question. So it kind of helped me when I was doing it. I used to get annoyed. I'm like, what the hell? Like, imagine if I just tell you do burpees, means you'd be like, go to hell. What I do burpees? Yeah, so he's got his own methods to do it and sweep the house, make my own bed and...
He took you out of your comfort zone, basically.
100%. Yeah. Definitely. Very mild version of a Navy SEAL. Not Navy SEAL training is too much, but army training type. Where he pushes you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Those kind of things did help you. When you push yourself, at times when there's nobody watching you and there is no glory attached to it and you just do it quietly because somewhere in life you want to, achieve something. I think overall, in time, it does help you.
Basically what happened is that now that you tell me he made you sweep the house and he made you make the bed and all, I'm guessing his domestic help was on leave at that time. ये पासपोर्ट की मैं कह रहा हूँ
पासपोर्ट सब लोग ही बोलते हैं ये लोग सब मेरा ही स्टोरी बनाते हैं
बनाते हैं नाउ कैन यू से बनाते हैं
नहीं है एक्चुअली प्रूफ है देखो ये बैग मेरा आज सुबह आया मैं कल रात को इधर आया बट ये लोग पासपोर्ट सब लोग इसने भी ये भी बोला होगा पासपोर्ट
एक बार वन टाइम
माय फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस जब मैं मेरा डेब्यू था तो याद नहीं है कि पता नहीं फर्स्ट मैच आई वाज बैटिंग विद हिम आई केम टू बैट एट नंबर 7 or 8 and Andrew Hall was उसका एक्शन ऐसा था ना बॉल समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कभी रिलीज हो रहा है तो मैंने दिनेश को दिनेश क्या हो रहा है यार 7-8 ओवर ही बचे थे तो दिनेश ने बोला आई थिंक उसका अंदर आ रहा है बॉल शार्प अंदर आ रहा है और कोई बॉल उसका सीधा रह रहा है मैंने बोला सीधा भी रह रहा है अंदर भी आ रहा है तो मैं करूँ क्या यार 2 बॉल खेला तीसरा बॉल एलबीडब्ल्यू इतना तेज अंदर बॉल आया तो मैंने बोला दिनेश सी यू गुड लक भाई तू ही संभाल इसको
I told you.
वो बैट वाज क्लास वो बैट एक्चुअली जो इसने दिया था मुझे वर्ल्ड कप में मुझे मतलब ऐसे नहीं था कि मुझे वो पसंद आया था बैट वो बैट मैंने 2-3 बार नेट में देखा मुझे लगा ठीक है क्योंकि मेरे पास खुद के पास बैट ही नहीं था तो वो बैट मैंने इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग 7-8 महीने चलाया वही बैट बट इसके पास अभी भी सबसे बेस्ट बैट्स होते हैं
एंड देन यू वी आर ओपनिंग अ बैट कंपनी आफ्टर दिस यू हिट विद हिज बैट 2-3 other people have also hit with his bat
मेरे को साइन करना
first it's too expensive, yeah, but if we go too big a brand these days, it's very hard to. We can't afford it.
Deepika, of course, being a squash champion, and she's won so many accolades for the country as well. She always said that, my God, in our country, only cricket is given attention, other sports are not. And the next thing, she's married to a cricketer.
Yeah, I mean, look, before. Say a couple of years before marriage or maybe 10 days before the wedding also, if you'd asked her, I don't think she would have believed she'd wanted to get married to a cricketer. She was jealous mostly, I think. To a large extent, jealous in the sense, the individual sport, they have to go book their own tickets, go book their own hotels, and it's a hard sport to play. Any sport that you have to do everything by yourself is not easy. And here is BCCI who's just flaunting whatever they have and sending people in business class, go on tours, do this, do that.
Taking care of everything.
Yeah, those kind of things. So obviously you have the thing like, no, I don't want to be with a cricketer. Even now she's a little okay. She realizes that in cricket, like we go through a lot of stress and it's a lot of hard work and she respects that part of it. But like in a whole IPL, she traveled with me, 14 matches. She came once because her sister and brother-in-law, who came together. She came for that one match. And she's like, what is this?
What is this?
Yeah, she just...
And you, she was playing somewhere in England when you first met her, no? You went to meet her or something, right?
Met her in Chennai.
Yeah.
Went to England to see her play.
So you went all the way. You were not in England playing at the time.
No.
You went from India there to see her play. But you have definitely said, I've come there all to watch you play. You can't come even once to watch me play.
That's a big complaint. You know how wives are. You don't travel with me enough, and I keep traveling with you, and you don't travel. She complains a lot like that. But
so it must be tough because now she's in Egypt training, right? Then there's the Asian Games. So she's on tour. You're on tour.
It's gonna be tough.
Is that the secret of a happy marriage?
I think so. I think so. Stay away from each other.
Now you should go because otherwise you'll miss your flight. I told you 9:45, it's now 9:46. Normally at this time, when I'm shooting Breakfast with Champions, I'm waking up, then I'll have some coffee, then I'll eat my first breakfast, then I'll go to shoot. Today, the good boy woke me up at 6:30 to come.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But more than that, no, you shouldn't be. It's good. Early to bed and early to rise makes one cranky by lunchtime. But was my performance okay? Was I awake enough?
You got the best out of me. You made me remember so many things I've forgotten.
Rohit also helped.
Rohit, a brilliant guy. Nah, lovely guy.
Thoda help hua uska.
Ganguly still here.
Ganguly is still here in the hotel.
I was like, what are you talking about? He's talking about the spoon.
I'm pouting. Monday. Oh, we have to keep moving. Okay.
Thank you.
Man, I mean, the whole time I'm watching that, I'm thinking about like what I told you before about him and
Breakfast with Champions ko subscribe
his
karo.
journey. And I mean, I'm so happy that he's able to come out of that, you know, made Captain KKR, get married, all that kind of stuff, find love again. But then he struggled again playing wise, at least IPL. We didn't see him, I don't think, at all internationally with the India squad, right? And so now he's playing really, really well with RCB. This guy just continues to reinvent himself, obviously. And I know I'm assuming he's trying to make a push to make that India T20 World Cup squad. And the way that they kind of disappointed last World Cup, I feel like he has a really, really good chance. The way he's playing right now, try to get a good finisher in there, at least make the squad, maybe not be in the starting lineup every day. But, I mean, this guy has reinvented himself, and you can't help but respect a guy like that.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think to me, what kind of stood out was the fact that when he was struggling, he didn't just sit down and say, oh, shucks. He went and said, okay, how do I get better? And, you know, this sounds like there's a personal trainer they all go to. At first I was like, is this like a Dr. Blasphemer situation? But no, it's like a guy that gets them to train to get, you know, back into playing cricket well. And there are guys, you know, that are very good at that, whether the methods are unorthodox. Sometimes the way the team does things isn't the way you need to do things for yourself. You know what I mean? So I love the line where he says, what I did was completely buy in. I gave myself to him. Yep. So if this is what he says to do, this is what I did. And that's how you get better, man. So I love the video. Again, this year I've learned to respect DK. I do know that he is for sure savage, and I wish nothing but good things for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's talking about his relationship with world-class squash player and how hard that would be on tour, especially since what he went through with his first wife. And you know, you would have trust issues, I would assume. But he didn't talk about this. We have no idea. I'm just assuming right here. But with that kind of situation to work, and again, this was 3 years ago. As far as I know, they're still married today. He's obviously able to trust her, which is great, because someone traveling around that much, you know, your mind starts to wander, right? So again, it's crazy to think about what he went through. He seemed like a very, very relaxed guy. He seems kind of like a reserved guy. He even said himself, like, people are talking to me and I'm not really even paying attention. I'm kind of looking at this or that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just doing this or that. It was also interesting how Rohit Sharma kind of, like, I don't think he did it on purpose, but he kind of video bombed, right, a few times. And Gaurav was just going with it. Like, he was such a professional. He's just going with it. He's letting them talk. He's not like, all right, guys, all right. They didn't edit that out, do a different thing. He just let it happen. And it seemed like he was on a time crunch. But I thought that was very professional of him. and a very interesting Breakfast with Champions. We had so many different people walking by and stuff going on, and just still staying focused. I really enjoyed it.
No, for sure. Definitely humanizes DK and really gets us. That's why I like these, because it kind of lets you understand the player and become a bigger fan of them. So those are my thoughts on it. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Did you enjoy this video? Another Breakfast with Champions we should do. I'm actually excited because I saw that Sky did a Breakfast with Champions recently, but it was just dropped like 5 days ago. So you know what I mean? We're not going to be reacting to that right now. But
very current. And speaking about Sky, I finally made my vice captain of my fantasy squad. He didn't do so well for me, so appreciate that, Gabe. But with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
we know all things.